Welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio. Mike Stidham here, broadcasting live from Draper Days. And this segment is brought to you by, of course, Aztec Highway. Get it your way at the highway.
WDFA.
Now, we had some answers to the trivia question, and unfortunately, the people that answered were affiliated with the show. We're not going to let them win prizes.
And they texted.
Well, yeah, they did. And they text messaged.
Text message, right. You're always teaching me that one.
Texted is not a word. But at any rate, what we're going to do, look, you may not be down at Draper Days right now, but if you stop by at any point during the weekend, step up to the booth and say, I heard you on 1280 The Zone or 97.5 The Zone. We're going to give you, whoever comes first, we're going to give you the prize pack, and it's going to consist of a free training session.
With yours
it's
truly.
Consist of with myself here or Brandon Kaiser. You get to choose.
That's true.
Or the competition, MMA gloves, and a movie pass to go see Captain America.
That's compelling.
How are you going to beat that? Can't beat that with a stick. All right, we got Chavez in studio here. And
before you go any further, I got to thank him for bringing his lovely wife, Nikki, with him, because I've been having the MMA babe withdrawals with Joe and Robertina being in the islands. He brought his lovely wife, Nikki.
You know what's funny about that? I see on Facebook they're taking pictures. They're in bars. Every one of them are in bars. They're like they're at home. You're in Hawaii, man. I don't see any ocean or beach. They're in bars.
Anyways, enough about them.
Yeah, well, at any rate, Chavez, you got a big fight coming up on the 29th. Steel Fist. Now, these guys, first-time promoters, great guys, though. How well do you know them?
I know them pretty well, you know. I mean, we've talked, you know, communicated, and hell, we're gonna go fishing, you know. I mean,
and they will take you fishing too, you know.
It's funny because they hit the north end of the lake, and I hit the south end of the lake, and we go catfishing at night, and you know, that's
good
just
stuff.
what we do. Yeah,
right on.
Pull in 8 to 12 pound catfish, and it's a good time.
So they made you the main event here, and they got you find a guy by the name of Cole Rose. Now we were talking about the toughest fighter in Utah. He's got more votes than you do currently on our Facebook page. Where do you think Cole Rose fits into that equation? How tough is he? You fought him before. How do you feel like he measures up to some of the other people you fought?
Well, I mean, he handles his own. You know what I mean? I don't say anything negative. He handles his own. He's a pretty average fighter from here who's just kind of doing it as a hobby, like he says. And you know, when I was doing it as a hobby, that's where I felt like we were on the same level. And I've had a lot of big things happen, and that's kind of where I stand. Even, you know, people who I had lost to before, you know, I would love to go back and avenge those, but realistically, it's not possible if I want to keep going. You know, I want to move forward. I don't want to keep turning my head and looking back.
How did your previous fights go with him? You're 1-1. Were they both decisions or?
No, the first one was a knockout. The second one, he laid on me.
So do you think
controlled it.
Two Cole Roses showed up, two different Cole Roses, or was it the same guy that basically things just happened differently?
I think it was the same guy. I think that he knew, you know, I mean, when you go in to fight Chavez, your game plan is take him to the ground. You know, my stand-up is not the greatest, but if I can put you in my fight game, that's where it stands, you know, untouchable because I do hit hard.
Well, you were telling us during the break that you just came back from a big boxing match in Texas. The guy was 16-0, and you beat him.
Yeah. That was
speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's that's boxing gloves. It was definitely awkward to get back in there and box. You know.
Now, did you do that fight for the money, or was that just for more experience for your MMA career, or are you thinking about a boxing career?
No, every time I start thinking my hands are great, you know, and all this, I'll go do a boxing match. When I was out in Arkansas, living out there working, I started boxing and went pro doing that.
2 minutes.
Those guys,
they bang out there.
Oh yeah, and they do body shots after, and I don't realize how much a body shot really
can take out of you, right?
Yeah, and it's different. Man.
I think that is where you'll find the biggest difference between amateur boxing and pro boxing is that they know how to work the body.
Yep.
Amateurs just all straight to the head.
Yeah, and it's true.
So apparently they're doing it well down there.
Yeah, and they do. And, you know, for me to do that, I can go in there and take the knowledge from that and kind of run with it and bring it to my MMA career and know, you know, the points are, you know, where to hit and things like that. So
okay, so now this fight's come about. You guys have got to, you know, you set up to fight for the third time. You're going to put things to rest. What's on the horizon after that? I understand. I heard from somebody that perhaps you may want to be trying out for the Tough Show, or what are your plans?
Yeah, I would like to. Next 185. Well, I want to stay in there. You know,
1 minute.
Stay in the gym as much as I can and be able to try out. You know, be the next one to make it.
Speaking of the gym, you're training at the Pit, right?
Yeah, the Pit Elevated. Yeah.
Okay. So where can
Good
people get
camp down
tickets?
there.
Are they? You can get them through you.
Yeah, get them from me. Hit me up on Facebook. It's Jerome Hatch MMA. My email's jeromehatch@yahoo.com.
Well, I would say go to our Facebook and go get him,
me,
but he's not our friend. So
well, we will be friends. We'll be
all
friends,
right.
Mike.
So go to Ultimate Combat Radio. You'll be able to find him through there. Get to him and buy tickets through him because you guys get a little bit of the cheddar from the ticket sales.
We get a little bit.
It'll be interesting to see if he takes a spike in the fight, pound for pound situation.
We're going to see how that goes. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Best of luck, and we're watching for big things out of you, my man.
Cool.
We're down here at Draper Days. Come down and see us. Booth 90, I understand, here. We're going to be here all weekend long. You got to come down and say hi. Check out the UCE Chopper. Check us out in the parade tomorrow night. We got a lot more of this stuff next week. We'll see you next week on Ultimate Combat Radio.